On Good Morning America, Daniel Baldwin has just come out of rehab for cocaine abuse, and I'm just going to say he's changed. He's got a lot of humility now.
I guarantee you right now that if I decided to get my real estate license, I'd make $1 million a year in my first year. Take home. I'm just that good at what I do. I could go to law school tomorrow and get a law degree. I guarantee you I could. Just like I'm not super professionally trained as an actor, but I'm a better actor than 90% of the people that do it for a living. I guarantee you that.
Coffee's for closers only.
What happened with the Baldwins? When they were children, were they all just kept in some sort of chamber and somebody just blew hard into it all day long? They collectively are the strongest blowhard family on the planet.
What about Billy, though? We don't really know.
Billy's the non-blowhard Baldwin.
And that's why he doesn't have a raspy voice.
Right.
Right, but he's also...
Hold on.
What?
Does Mchale say anything that doesn't injure me in some way?
I'm sorry, Danny.
I know. Danny's not here.
If I were so goddamn good at what I do, if I didn't make, at 5'6", if I didn't make men of your height and stature quiver in my presence, if I wasn't that damn good at what I do, I'd be hurt.
Hold on. If you had a real estate license, could you make $1 million net?
I could make $1 million just by showing that I possessed someone else's real estate license.
I've got a keeping it real estate license.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'm sorry, Danny. Just because you're not here, I feel like I can threaten you more.
Good call.
Yeah, I mean, Alec Baldwin, super talented blowhard. Daniel Baldwin, Stephen Baldwin. Oh, good Christ.
Now, is he the religious Baldwin now?
Yes.
Because he used to be, what a drag. Now he's the religious Baldwin. He used to be the ugly Baldwin.
You have taken, and by the way, with Stephen Baldwin, you have taken the... It's like the greatest assassin on the planet. It's like you took a guy who's a third-degree black belt in Taekwondo and mixed him in with a Navy SEAL and then combined him with a marksman. Wow. I mean, he not only is he a Baldwin, but he's a born-again Baldwin. Right. He's a supernova of blowhard.
He's a super Baldwin.
Yeah.
He's the only one that's ascended.
That's right. That's right.
Has he been in here?
Yes. Yeah,
Did you get a word in?
No.
Nope.
No, you can't talk. And one of the funny things is when I did Stern once a while ago when I was in New York, I asked Gary Delabate, the programmer or the producer. I said, I talked to him a couple days before I came out to New York. I said, who else is on the show? He said, Stephen Baldwin. I said, oh, good Christ. I said, what's the schedule like? He's like, well, Baldwin comes in from 7 to 8, then Baldwin splits, and then you come in from 8 to 10. And I said, good, because make sure that guy's long gone by the time I get there, because he is such a colossal blowhard, I can't get a word in edgewise. And he said, yeah, no problemo. And then I showed up in New York, and I sat down, and I said, I didn't hear the show. How's Baldwin doing? How was that blowhard? And they said, he hasn't arrived yet. Hold on, wait a minute, he's here right now. Come on in, Stephen. Sit down next to Adam. Hey, Adam, why don't you tell me what you told Stephen, tell Stephen what you told me over the phone a couple days ago about him being a blowhard.
It was a setup.
How'd he take it?
Don't get like a Baldwin.
He didn't hear a word you said.
No, because
and went into a monologue.
He knows he's a blowhard.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think he has a problem with that.
But
he's a Christian. He has no choice but to forgive you. It's his whole job.
He had to turn the other cheek.
But Daniel just got out of coke rehab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And just was like, well, all right, sure, I had a big deal, but I could make all that.
If I had my fishing license, if I got my fishing license tomorrow, I'd catch a 300-pound grouper. I got it myself.
Balls.
And I would sell the fillets to the Japanese because it's a delicacy there and make $1 million. And that's net. That's not gross. Okay?
What if you had a stockbroker's license?
If I had a stockbroker's license or a hunting license.
What about one of those truck driver licenses?
Or a marriage license. If I had a marriage license, I'd marry 10,000 women tomorrow. And I would satisfy them all sexually.
Will Chamberlain be a wuss.
And they would all have 15 orgasms, and that's net. That's not gross, even though it is kind of gross.
No gross, yeah.
Okay? And if I had a Class 3 truck driving license, I would transport plutonium uncrated, through schoolyards with special needs children.
How much plutonium?
A metric ton, son, I could tell you, but I don't think you could handle it. Okay? And that metric ton, that's net. That's not gross. You hear me?
Okay.
And I would speed through a school zone going 500 miles an hour, and I wouldn't spill a drop. You hear me?
Wow.
You understand me?
Yeah. I mean, it's impressive. It just seems like you just got out of rehab, though. Where you had an actual problem.
If I had an artistic license,
yeah,
I would make a painting the size of Montana. I'm that good an impressionist. You understand?
Wait, the painting would be the size of the state?
It would be of Montana, the size of Montana. I would physically paint Montana with a roller.
What if you had a driver's license?
Nay, a Q-tip. Do you understand? Every crag, every mountain, every bird of prey, every insect, every person in Montana.
And at no point you'd be tempted to...
Flora and fauna. And that's net, not gross.
Right.
Okay?
But not the Native Americans who want to paint them red.
I would paint them. I would paint the entire state.
It's very impressive for someone just out of rehab.
Yeah, he's very confident.
Dude, he's out of rehab for blow, though. You can get real physical.
That's right.
You can do stuff fast.
I've had my contractor's license.
Oh, wait.
You know what I'd do?
What?
Build a skyscraper to the moon.
Wow.
It's impossible.
With a basement. You understand? For subterranean parking.
That went to China.
I would have a designated parking space for my mouth.
Are you better than 90% of the other contractors?
90%? Is there something higher than 100%? Because that's what I would be better. And then when I say 100%, that's net. So it's not gross.
Net.
You're doing a bunch of coke at the same time.
I would, if I was a contractor, I would build a mountain of coke to the moon. I would climb it every morning.
What if you got your teaching license?
If it's a teaching license, you know that commercial where Coke taught the world to sing?
Yeah.
I would teach the world to speak Japanese in one afternoon.
The whole
one
world?
sit down.
Wow.
The entire planet.
It's a difficult language.
I would teach another language, the most difficult of all languages. I would teach them in one sitting. All right?
Way more accomplished than your brother Alex.
I would do it between. He's a blowhard. He's a has-been.
Well, he just got
nominated for an Emmy.
Nominated for an Emmy, but I guess he did not teach the world Japanese.
I would teach them in the time between nutrition and lunch. It's about an hour and a half. Okay? And when I say hour and a half, that's net, not gross.
But you are addicted to Coke, no?
Mm-hmm. If I had a license, I would force you to stop asking retarded questions.
Yeah, right.
If you had a license to carry a gun?
If I had a license to carry a concealed weapon, I would shoot you in the head, Joe Mchale, for asking these retarded questions.
How many bullets would go into my head?
3, and that's net. It's not gross.